Hello and welcome to our automations presentation. This is one of our many options of automated income streams to help you achieve your goal of financial freedom, as that should be everyone's goal of their investment journey, as no one opportunity is going to make you rich. But if you combine the right opportunities together, the snowball effect will happen. Please write down and take note of any questions you may have and add them in the question field when you schedule your call, as this will help us better serve you by letting us be prepared with the correct answers.
Solar automation. I'm more fired up on solar automation than anything I've ever brought to you before. And solar automation makes sense as a place to put your money to work because of these simple reasons. Now, number one, solar power is the most abundant energy source on Earth. It literally comes from the sun, which is not going away anytime soon. I think we got 30, 40, 50 million years or something before it dies out. And by that time, we'll already be colonizing other planets. So it's here to stay for a long time. Now, solar is also the fastest growing power source. Okay, in early 2019, the US surpassed over 2 million solar system installations. And 3 years prior, the industry was completing its 1 millionth installation, a feat that literally took 40 years. And now by 2023, the industry is on pace to hit 4 million installations, making it the fastest growing energy resource in the world. So it is a fantastic industry to be invested into. And now solar is also the cheapest energy source in the world. It now beats out wind, and the cost of solar panels have dropped by 80% since 2008. Okay. And one of the biggest things too is that solar energy actually improves world health. As many of you know, the burning of fossil fuels creates toxic pollution, which has an impact on global health. And the cool thing is that over 30 years, the average rooftop solar panel system can reduce pollution by about 100 tons of carbon dioxide. That's for every single roof. So this means cleaner air for every single person on Earth. Now, that's why solar overall is such a booming industry to get involved in. But let me show you how you can exactly get involved in with us, because with us, it is super easy and super lucrative. Okay, you literally going to have your own solar sales business that is fully managed by our team, because we're doing everything. You purchase the leads, we close the deals, you get paid. Easy as that. 1, 2, 3, easy step process. Okay, easy 3-step process. But how much can you make? How does it break down with the deal map? Let's check it out. And first, I want to go through the deal stack and help you guys understand a little bit about how solar systems are actually sold. So the first thing you want to take into account is the size of the system. And the size of the system is measured in watts, which is the unit of measurement of power. So that's your energy. Okay, so 1,000 watts equals 1 kilowatt. The average system size in America is going to be between 8 to 12 kilowatts. So that is 8,000 to 12,000 watts. Now, the next thing you need to know is a red line. So the red line is the baseline price that the install company gets paid at. So the average red lines are going to range from $2 to $2.15 per watt. Okay. Then you have the base price per watt. So the base price per watt is the price that the sales rep prices the deal at. So we have our red line, which is our cost, okay, to have the deal installed from the installer. And then the base price per watt is what our sales rep prices the deal at. So this creates the spread, which is the company profit. Now that's where you're going to get paid. I'm going to get into that, but the average price per watt is typically between $3.20 to $3.75 per watt. That's going to depend on what state the deal is sold in and also the rep negotiation. And then you also have the sales reps, okay? They have to make money as well. So the sales rep is going to make about 20 cents per watt, and the appointment setter will make 10 cents per watt in deals that involve setters, because not every deal will have a setter. All right, so let's put it all together. Let's look at an actual deal that we've sold with our team, okay? So you can see over here that the system size, this is an 8,000 watt system. So that's an 8 kilowatt system. This is a deal that our team sold in Texas. Okay, and we priced this deal at $3.40 per watt. The red line was $2.15 per watt with the install company, and our sales rep made 20 cents per watt on the deal. Okay, so when you subtract these from the base price per watt, you're going to get our net cost per watt. Okay, so $1.05 per watt is the company profit. So in this case, the deal would be $1.05 times 8,000 watts is going to equal $8,400. That is our net profit. So that's what you'd be splitting with us. Let's look at another deal. Okay, so this system is 16,000 watts. So it's twice the size of the last system. This one was sold at $3.20. So it was sold a little bit cheaper. A Texas customer as well. We have the same red line on this deal. And then the sales rep is paid at 20 cents per watt. So that leaves $0.85 per watt as profit. So if you take that times 16,000 watts on this deal, that's going to be a total net profit of $13,600. Okay, so literally one deal paying $13,600. One deal, guys. And this is what you get to split with us, and we are doing all the work. This is unlike anything you've probably ever seen before in your life. Okay, course. Now, let's put this all together and show you exactly how this all works with solar automation. Okay, so we want to look into how much the leads cost because you're purchasing the leads. So the average cost of the leads are going to be about $50 a lead. Now, keep in mind, this is going to vary. Okay, we do lots of different marketing and we leverage omni-channel marketing. So the cost per lead, right? In a perfect world, we could say it's $50 per every lead, but it's going to vary. So the average is about $50. So on average, at about $5,000 of marketing spend, you'd bring in about 100 leads. At 25,000, it's about 500, and at 50,000, we're looking at about 1,000 leads. Now, the average closing metrics, okay, and this is based upon the average. We're going to be able to set appointments on about 50% of those leads. So half of them will not respond, they will not set an appointment, and they basically get, lost in the sauce, okay? And from there, the average show rate on the appointments is, again, 50%. So out of all the appointments that we set, only half of the people show up, okay? This is the average. And from there, once we have someone that's going to sit down and look at the pros of going solar, from there, we're going to have an extremely high close rate because going solar is such an incredible thing to do, and it's such a win for the homeowner. So the average close rate is going to come in at about 20 to 40% on the appointments that we're able to sit on, okay? So for an example, with these metrics, we could take 100 leads, that turns into 50 appointments, where 25 show up, and at a 20 to 40% close rate, we would close on average 5 to 10 of those deals. Okay, so let's take an example to show you how the math works out. Okay, so $5,000 into leads is going to get you approximately 100 leads. Remember, just an average. We don't know for certain if it's going to be 100, but it'll be in the ballpark range. Now, out of those 100, we'll get about 5 closes based on the averages of the math I just showed you. So at a 20% close rate, taking the lower assumption, not the higher assumption, okay? Remember, this is the lower assumption, and the average deal size is 8 to 12 kilowatts. So for now, we'll use a 10 kilowatt system as the example. And the average profit per kilowatt is going to be about $1,000, which is about $1 per watt profit on average. So if we closed 5 deals out of the $5,000 marketing spend, and we made an average of $10,000 per deal, this returns a mega $50,000 of profit. I know, guys, amazing. And this is what we're going to split. At what rate do we split? Don't worry, I'm going to show you that very, very soon. So stay tuned. Okay, let's go to another example. Let's juice it up a little bit more with $15,000 into leads. That's going to generate approximately 300 leads. On the 20% close rate, that's going to give us about 15 closes based on the averages. And again, the average deal size falls between 8 to 12 kilowatts. So in this example, we'll take another low assumption and we'll go below the average. So we're going to do a 7 kilowatt system as the average in this example, and the average profit per kilowatt of $1,000. So if we took 15 deals times $7,000 profit per deal, we're looking at $105,000 of profit that we get to split. I think you're starting to realize how profitable solar can be. Am I right? I mean, look at these deals, guys. This is absolutely incredible. And if this is something you can get involved in, I mean, this is something that everyone would want to be involved in, right? The way that you can, generate this amount of leads and make this amount of profit on these deals is incredible. And that's why people are rushing into solar, because this industry is absolutely booming. Okay. And then we'll look at full example number 3. We're going to juice that budget up all the way to $50,000 into leads. And that will give us approximately 1,000 leads. At the 20% close rate, we'll close about 50 of those. And we'll take, for the average deal size, we'll say it's about 9 kilowatts in this example. So the average profit per kilowatt, same deal, $1,000. We have 50 deals closing at $9,000 average per deal, and that returns $450,000 of profit that we get to split. Incredible, guys. But what makes solar so good for the homeowner, and why are we able to close so many of these systems at such a high rate and make so much money? Like, why are people switching to solar? Well, number one, you get to own your own power. Now, if you didn't know this, you're actually renting your current power, and you're renting it from the utility companies, the power companies, the monopoly power companies, because they set the rates and they have you in a stranglehold because you need power for your house. And who are you going to get it from? The power company. So they literally control your rates, and year after year after year, especially with inflation, they continue to jack up your rates. So the benefit with solar is that you get to actually own your own power. And it's even been seen and leaked across the United States, where we've seen US power companies literally spending millions of dollars to try and protect their profits and fight against clean energy. They're literally spending money to take down solar because they have such a stranglehold on you. And your power bill of today is not your power bill of tomorrow. Where with solar, once you lock in, you have that same rate until your system is paid off. Okay, so owning your own power is truly a major benefit, and you're not at the mercy of these solar companies. And we pull power bills from homeowners all across the country, and you would be shocked at some of these areas where people live, and it just gets out of control with these power companies. So yeah, you want to own your own power. Now, number 2 can actually lower your monthly bill. So in most cases, we're actually able to reduce people's energy costs. So if you were spending, for example, $250 a month on your power, and switching to solar could not only let you own your own power, but reduce your monthly payment to, let's say, $150 a month, who wouldn't do it? There is not a single dollar that is needing to be paid upfront for solar by any customer. No one pays a single dollar to get their solar system installed. They pay for it after installation, and that's after it takes over and cancels out the power, okay, of the power company. Okay, so you get to actually reduce your monthly payments. You get to own your own power. What other benefits could there be? Well, glad you asked. 2 months ago, in August of 2022, the federal government renewed and extended the solar investment tax credit as part of the Inflation Reduction Act. So what this did was it raised the rate from 26% to 30% and ensured that this credit will be in place for the next 10 years. What does this mean to you? This means that you get to actually write off 30% of the cost of your whole solar system against your income, and you can pay less in taxes. So this is a huge tax break, guys. 30% of your solar system that you can literally write off and pay less taxes. The benefits are literally never ending with solar. And then another huge benefit is an instant equity increase on your home. And the average equity value increase is going to be 4.1%. So on $1 million home, that's an immediate increase of $41,000. And if you, in fact, are watching this and you own your own home and you don't have solar, guys, you need to hit us up for solar, okay? Because everybody should have their own solar system. Everybody should own their own power, and everybody should be able to take advantage of these benefits. Now is the time to go solar and help, expand clean, renewable energy and fight against pollution, fight against fossil fuels, but also take advantage of these many benefits. So if you do talk with our team, ask them how you can get information on actually getting your own solar system set up. And here's an example, guys, of generating leads. We're fantastic at internet marketing. And when you work with us and you purchase these lead packages, our team is going to be able to speak with people like yourself and get you set up with a lovely solar system. Okay. Now, let's quickly talk about the risk adjusted return of this offer versus other opportunities, because there's got to be risk, right? There's risk in everything. But if we compare solar to something like, gambling in a casino or cryptocurrency, obviously there's a high level of risk associated with gambling, with crypto, in order to generate a return. Whereas with solar, it's low risk, right? You have all the benefits of solar. Solar is rapidly expanding. There's millions of systems being installed year after year after year, and it's pretty much a no-brainer to get a solar system. You get to own your power, pay less, get tax credits, instant equity increase in your home. So it just makes sense. So the chance of you not being able to make a return in solar when you purchase leads, and these leads are not leads that are being cold called, guys. These are warm leads and people that are inquiring about getting set up with the solar system. Like they literally already want one. They're contacting us so that we can get them set up. They're exploring online, searching, how do I get a solar system? What are the benefits? And they find their way to us. So they're already looking for these solar systems and they're already looking to get set up. So it has a low risk associated with generating this high return. And when you compare with other industries, again, like gambling or cryptocurrency, yes, you can generate a high return, but at the cost of a very high risk. Okay. Now, we wanted to eliminate this risk even further for you guys. So we added something contractually where we know that you're going to make money with this. And we even added in a clause that is a break-even clause plus 20%. So if you don't break even on your leads plus 25%, we will literally pay you the difference. And this is in the contract, guys. That's how confident we are. We know we've been doing this for a long time. We have a lot of sales reps and we've been generating lots of leads. We know how to do this systematically. Like I told you, the reason why I've been able to build at 29 years old 3 8-figure revenue businesses and a handful of 7-figure revenue businesses is because I'm able to duplicate systems. And that's exactly what we've done here. And that's how we duplicate success. So we're so confident that we slap this on this, lead purchase agreement where if you don't break even plus 25%, we'll literally pay you the difference. Okay. So let me show you how to get started and how the onboarding process is going to work with us when you partner. It's extremely simple. So number one, you're going to sign the agreement and send the funds for the leads. And you can do that via bank wire, crypto, cash, or card. From that point, you are going to get set up with your onboarding call and your account manager. Okay, so they're just going to run you through the process, get you set up, quick onboarding call, get you into the system. Now, from there, we're going to begin purchasing the leads. After that, the team begins selling the solar systems from the leads. And then we're going to track that performance on a shared sales tracker and payouts begin. And you're also going to have access to all of these leads. So you will see what deals are going through. Okay, simple. Now, let's compare the break-even time frame of this business with some others. Now, solar automation, extremely fast, 4 to 8 months. We're talking a third of a year to about 2/3 of a year. And if you guys have participated in a lot of other businesses, investments, whatever, you know that most businesses, most investments will not break even until 3 to 5 years or longer. You got the franchise businesses over here to the right. And, me personally, I've been to many franchise conventions and I've studied well over 300 franchises and the returns. And you have huge upfront costs to get into these things. A lot of times you're going to have to actually run the business. And then your margins are small, right? Like even just a McDonald's, you have to put up $1 million to make about $150,000 a year profit. And you got to run the thing yourself. Also in this example, Subway, which I know very well, I used to actually be a general manager of 5 Subways back in the day. And these businesses have razor thin margins, and it's about $250,000 to launch a Subway. And all in all, you'll make about 45 grand a year. And then we have real estate at the bottom, which I am a huge fan of real estate, but it takes a little bit longer to break even. We're looking at about 7 to 10 years to break even on your property, and the average cap rate that we see in real estate anywhere between 8 to 12% cap rate. Okay, so when you compare solar automation and the turnaround time, it's about the fastest that I've ever seen. So it's fast turnaround, high return. It is incredible. Okay, you cannot beat it. Now, how much is it to get involved with solar automation? Very, very simple. We have 3 different tiers of which you can come in at. So the minimum, guys, the minimum is going to be at least $5,000. Anything less would be wasting your time. Okay, so with $5,000 and up to $49,999, you're going to get a 30% profit share on the net profit of the deals that are closed. And I did some of the deal math earlier when I showed you, okay, this is what we'd be splitting. That's what you'd be splitting. And if you go back and watch this video again, you would see in some of these cases that you would be able to generate as much as 100% or 200% on these leads. Now, disclaimer, past profits do not guarantee future returns, but we've been able to duplicate this system many times over. Now, the middle tier is between 50,000 to 999,000, and it is a 35% profit share. And then anything over 200,000 or more, you're going to get 40% profit. Now, why is this so amazing? Because you get to become essentially a partner in a solar business without having to actually run a solar business. Because sure, you could go out and do this on your own, buy your own leads, build your own sales team, grow the whole thing, and run a whole business and work for 14 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week. But really, we've got that covered for you. And to think of it, if you are going to do it on your own, the chances are you're going to have to team up with some people that are going to basically match your weaknesses with their strengths. So typically, you'd need at least 1, 2, or 3 partners to scale a really large business, which would put you in the 30 to 40% range on the profit. So here, you get to participate in all the upside without any of the work. And this is truly solar sales automation with our team. No one does it like us. And it is an incredible way to participate in the solar industry without having to get your hands dirty and roll up your sleeves. You know what I mean? So this is how you can get started with solar automation. And remember, there's a break even plus 25% clause. That's how confident we are. We know that you will make good money with this. And if you do not break even plus 25%, we're going to pay the difference. Okay. So this is in the contract, and that is how confident that we are, guys. So again, it's literally this simple. 3 steps. You purchase the leads, we close the deals, and you get paid, and you're going to talk with our team to basically get all of your questions answered. Now, we are only taking on so many lead partners. Let me say this again. We are only taking on so many lead partners. The reason why? We don't have thousands of sales reps. We have a limited number of people. And yes, we are growing and recruiting and actively building, but we can only take on so many. And we'd prefer to actually work with a smaller group of people than a much larger group of people. So we're only going to offer this for a short amount of time, and we're only going to do this with so many people, and then we'll be able to scale with those people. Now, we put a great deal of time, care, effort behind our services. And again, that's why we only have the capacity to work with so many people. We want to keep a high level of service and a quality experience. So if that's for you, you got to click below to schedule your consultation call. And again, this is not false scarcity. We're literally only taking on so many people, and we would totally prefer to take less people that we can scale with versus lots of people and, having to deal with that. So solar automation, guys, is the future. And if you don't have your own solar system and you're a homeowner, guys, really think about what are some of the benefits that I covered today. And please speak with our team about getting set up with your solar system. And you'll go through the whole process yourself, you'll see how easy it is and why it's such a good deal. And again, why this is such a great opportunity with solar automation and why we're able to sell so many systems. So again, I look forward to helping you scale with solar automation. See you later.